Hello, good morning. This is Gitendra Handa. Today, in the 10 minutes lecture series, we'll be discussing techniques of group decision making. Now, what are the techniques of group decision making? There are basically four techniques of group decision making which are widely used. There are many more, but these are the important ones: brainstorming, nominal group technique, Delphi technique, and dialectic decision technique. Now, these are the four important techniques. First is the brainstorming. This it is decision making technique which was firstly used by Osborne in 1938 in America. Technique is now used by many companies and educational institutions to build ideas. Osborne has defined brainstorming as using the brain to storm the problem. The website dictionary definition of brainstorming is a conference technique by which group attempts to find solution for a specific problem by amassing all the ideas spontaneously contributed by all its members. Now this is what is brainstorming. Brainstorming, a group of 10 to 15 member team is constituted. The participant not be of the same department, but they should be directly indirectly connected with the problem. The process of brainstorming, the first is the problem is described to them, clearly define the problem. Once it is clearly defined, each member is asked to give the ideas to solve this particular problem. The priority is given to the quantity of ideas, and after that quality is also considered. The brainstorming session allows the members to be free and frank and relaxed to generate maximum number of ideas irrespective of the quality. Factors restricting the generating of ideas are ignored. The members are expected to put their ideas without considering any limitation such as financial, legal, organizational, etc. The idea evaluation is postponed to the later stage because it does not come under the process of idea generation. In this process, the maximum ideas are invited. All the criticism and judgment are strictly prohibited here. Now this is how brainstorming is done. Then is got second technique is nominal group technique. Nominal group technique is a structured group meeting which restricts the verbal communication among the members during the decision making. It is meant to resolve the differences in the group opinion by having individuals generate and then rank these series of ideas and problems or choices, making states of group decision making. Now the process of NDT, nominal group technique. Each group leader outlines the problem requiring decision. Each member writes down his ideas silently and independently and presents his best single idea on the problem. When all the members write their ideas, these are presented for discussion and evaluation before the group members. The group members are asked to rank the various ideas of decision making, and the decision is arrived at on the basis of ranking. If the group does not reach an agreement, it repeats the ranking and voting procedure until a group reaches some agreements and makes a decision. The NGT is now widely used in health services, industries, education, and government organization. This technique encourages creativity, prevents strong personality types from dominating the group, encourages continued exploration of the issues, provides a forum for expression of the minority viewpoint, and gives individuals some time to think about the issues before offering a solution. So this is better technique than brainstorming. Now comes Delphi technique. Delphi, the name Delphi indicates a shrine at which the ancient Greeks used to pray for the information about the future. Delphi technique is decision making technique. Members do not have to be present face to face or interact face to face for group decision. The decisions are arrived at through written communication in the form of filling up of questionnaires, often through mails. In a conventional Delphi, a small group designs a questionnaire which is completed by large respondent groups. The results are then tabulated and used in developing a revised questionnaire which is completed by the large members of the group. The result of the original pooling are fed back to the respondent groups and used in subsequent responses. Procedure is repeated till the issues are narrowed, responses are focused, or consensus is reached. Delphi technique is quite useful when the problem does not lend itself to precise analytical technique but can benefit from subjective judgment of collective basis. Arid members who may be experts in the problem may not be able to have face-to-face interaction. For example, what will be the trend of the fashion next year? The decision can be arrived at through Delphi technique. This technique can take the advantage of large number of experts in the field who might be geographically separated. The quality of decision may improve as the members can express their opinions freely. They can insulate themselves from undue influence of others because of absence of face-to-face interaction. However, it has one disadvantage. It is quite time consuming and therefore can only be used in those cases where the timing for decision making is not of prime importance. The last technique which we will be discussing is dialect decision technique, but however this does not mean that decision making techniques finish. There are a lot more techniques also. One of the common problems in group decision making is that group members converge too quickly to the one alternative while the others while overlooking others which may be more promising than the ones chosen. This may happen because they want to avoid group meetings or they may lack willingness to raise confrontation thought. In order to overcome this problem, dialectic decision making has been evolved. Dialectic decision making proceeds to various steps. Now these steps are shown in the figure. The problem is there, proposal A. Now we have given only two alternatives. When process where there are only two alternatives, proposal A is generated, proposal B is generated, assumptions underlying proposal A, assumptions underlying proposal B, presentation of pros and cons of A, pros and cons of B. Then we decide whether to choose A or B. If combination is used, some part of A is correct, some part of B is correct, then combination is used, or a new alternative is to be seen. And then again this process continues. Here only two alternatives have been proposed for the sake of simplicity as in the figure. In practice there may be so many alternatives. The dialectic process begins with a clear statement of the problem to be solved. Based on the statement, alternative proposals are generated and participants identify and explicit and implicit assumptions underlying each proposal. The group then breaks into advocacy subgroups to study the proposal in light of the problem. The entire group meets after the exercise of the final choice. The entire groups meet after this exercise for the final choice is made. The choice may be made in terms of a particular proposal based on the pros and cons, for there may be a compromise of different proposals or new alternatives may be proposed. DMM generates better understanding of the proposals, their underlying assumptions and their pros and cons. The members are likely to feel more confident about their choices. However, it is sufficient for one it suffers from one weakness in the form of propensity to forge a compromise. Sometimes this compromise may not be based on the actual pros and cons of the proposal but may be affected by the debating skills of the participants. Now this was all about all the four techniques of group decision making. Thank you very much. We will be meeting again with with the differences between the individual decision making and group decision making. Very important from your exam point of view, the next lecture. Thank you very much.